You got to try this out. This is so cool. I mean, I just figured this out today. I just got this today, but I already absolutely love it. And I'm like, where has this been all my life? If you're like me, when you first started playing guitar, you got what you could afford, right? And that was fine for a while, but then you start to get a little more refined in your taste. I became a tone snob. I wanted a tube amp, right? And I got all that. And hear me out. Here's what happened. I played for a summer camp every day. I'm rocking out with my Fender Blues Deluxe. It was incredible. But the people who came to the camp and would leave feedback, even though I had the amp behind a curtain facing a wall, it was mic'd, but it was way in the back, behind a curtain facing a wall, and they would tell me it was too loud. And I'm like, I think I didn't even have it up to 2. I didn't even have it up to 2 on the volume knob. And it occurred to me, I'm not sure I'm going to have a venue for this thing. I mean, there were 400 people in that auditorium, and I'm like, this is a high point for me, but this isn't working. So I sold it. I got a much smaller one. Well, then when you have a family, you can see Yoda back there. You can see all the kids' toys in the background. The best time for you to play when you have a family is when everyone else is asleep. And a tube amp sounds best when it's really loud. So everyone asleep, loud tube amp, they don't really mesh, right? So I got rid of the small one, and I got something with some headphones. And it was, it wasn't quite the same, but hey, I could jam, I could rock out. Well, it turns out there's something even better and even cheaper than that amp that I bought, and I just found it today. I've tried the bias effects for mobile, and it has its place. You can jam out on your phone, and that's cool. But bias effects for the computer, oh my gosh, it is so cool. Let me see, are you here? So you get this interface where it's just like any amp you want, really. If you get the full version, you can really rock out. You get all these cool effects. You can change the order, and all you got to do is drag the icons around, and it's incredible the quality of sound that's there. I mean, it's just coming through my ears. I don't know what it would be like live, but hey, I'm a basement guitarist. At least for right now, right? And in my ears, I sound like a rock star. So here's my setup, and I think that you could, right now, I've got this Focusrite audio interface, and this is something cool too. I can run this mic, like right now, I'm running it through GarageBand. So if you see that, over here, I've got it through GarageBand, and if you're talking, the narration vocal setting works really well. For singing and for playing acoustic, I like the flat pick. You see? Oh, I get some nice reverb there. And my setting that I like the best, got a little bit of compressor. I turn the EQ off because I like how my mic sounds. And I turn the reverb up halfway. So that's my setting for playing acoustic guitar and singing. It really picks up both. I've got this arm here that just clamps to my desk. Got the condenser mic that came with the Focusrite bundle. I feel like a rock star, and it sounds pretty good for, $300, this whole outfit right here. Let me turn that reverb. Okay, turn the reverb off. So I've got the mic going through channel 1 into GarageBand, and I got the guitar going through channel 2 into bias effects, and it works just fine on my old Mac here. So let's go back to bias effects. And you got your amps, you got you got compression, you got overdrive, you got any effect you can imagine there, and the whole thing comes in. I was able to get it for under $200, and I never would have bought something like that before because I'm like, when would I ever use this? It's not as good as the real thing, but hey, if you're playing in the basement, if you're in an apartment, if it's just you rocking out, it's hard to get the band together anyway. You can do this every single day, and that's what I've been doing here lately. And it really helped me to, if I'm being honest with myself, I've been kind of in a guitar rut for 10 years or so. I reached a level and it kind of plateaued there, and so it's kind of stuck on the same level. But this has catapulted me to a whole new level. I can jam every night when everyone else goes to sleep. I'm not bothering anybody because all the sound's coming through here. I mean, you can use a full headset, but I like the EQ of the Apple earbuds. But this setup, I mean, it's incredible what you can do just on your computer. And I figured, hey, I could either spend thousands of dollars building a soundproof room in the basement and use the real deal, and I still might wind up waking some people up, or I could spend a few $100s and I'm rocking out and it's all right here in my ears. I really want to try this live and see what it sounds like running the mix to a speaker. I think you could use this for a solo gig. So far it hasn't crashed yet, but I don't know what the quality would be like through a PA, or if you'd get any feedback through this setup. You could use a different mic and maybe get less feedback. But this is my setup, and the way I'm able to rock out, I've downloaded a bunch of YouTube videos, and those are my backing tracks. So I can cue those up and play it, and the sound comes. It's a really pretty good mix. I mean, you've got a volume control on your video. You can make a playlist on the Apple Music app, but it's really an awesome way to be a one-man band and really practice and take your skills that you already have, take that to a whole nother level, because you can practice, be as loud as you want. You can sing at the same time. You can learn new things faster. A lot of these songs, the backing track will have the lyrics and the chords already there, and so you don't even have to have your notebook with the stuff in it. It really helps you learn things faster. It helps you break free of that plateau. It builds your confidence. And it really makes you sound amazing. So using whatever gear you've got, give something like this a try. And if you're thinking about getting an audio interface, I love this one. It's the Scarlett Focusrite 212, and you can get a bundle with the arm and the boom, and it really just makes a huge difference in the sound quality that you get. I mean, this is a cheap guitar. I think this whole rig here with bias effects, the audio interface, the mic, the guitar, everything is less than $1,000. And I would have spent way more than that trying to soundproof a room, and I would still have to have the tube amps and all the real stuff. So this is a really efficient way to get a lot out of what you already own. And if you're solo gigging out there, playing covers and things, you can make your own tracks in GarageBand. You can use them this way. You can get some, you can find some YouTube tracks to practice with, to get really good at. You can purchase tracks. There's some sites out there that let you customize your backing track. Just Google backing tracks, and you can put in background vocals. You can take out the lead guitar. You can put it back in, and for about $3 a song, you've got a whole band in your pocket. So give it a try and keep playing.